Welcome back. Today we're going to harvest some arrowroot. For those not familiar with arrowroot, it's a tuber and they get quite large, so you can use them for as a substitute for potatoes. You can cook them up and boil them. They're quite starchy. They're about 23–24% starch, and they've got about 8% protein. So the arrowroot's a perennial plant similar to ginger and turmeric. So this one's been in around 10 months now, and you can harvest them after 6 months depending on how you're going. I just haven't got around to it, so I'm having a go at it now. They're pretty easy to grow. They like the tropics, subtropics, and you can even grow them in cooler climates. They just take a bit longer to get going. They're a good substitute for flour as well. You can dehydrate them and turn them into a flour. They used to use them for biscuits and jellies and all sorts of meals. So the arrowroot's quite a good starch product for supplementing other meals. You know when they're kind of ready to go because they're falling over. You can see these ones over here are falling over, so you'll see the size of the root. They get pretty big. So you can see here the size of these things. They're pretty good, so if you want to leave them, you could leave this one shooting up. I could just move that somewhere else and plant that in another location, and that'll be get ready to go. So they're just sprouting up here, so they grow quite readily. That's just a small part of it there, so gives you an idea how big these things can get. We're looking, this is probably 2 or 3 kilos right here. How long you have them, so it's best to keep them in the ground as long as you can until you want to use them. But so they're pretty easy. Just come out and grab a couple of kilos when you feel like them, and away you go. There we go. We've got a good harvest of arrowroot, probably about 4 or 5 kilos here in a few minutes work. So it just shows you how productive and abundant this crop is, and you can see why it was a staple and still is for many parts of the world. Next we'll have a look at how you can prepare and cook these. We've washed some of the dirt off the arrowroot there, as you can see. So now we'll just peel off this outer layer and then we'll boil them up and see what they're like. You can see that they're quite white. That's a good indication they're starchy, similar to a potato. We'll put these in, we'll chop them up smaller and then we'll put them in some boiling water. Chips. We'll leave those on there for around 20 or 30 minutes until they're a bit soft, and then we can fry them up. They're very soft there, so we'll cook them up and see what they're like. We've got in the pan here some coconut oil, and we'll just cook those up and see how they go. We've got our arrowroot chips. Let's give them a go. Put a bit of salt on them, see what they're like. Well, they're pretty good. They kind of got a popcorny, buttery taste to them. They don't taste like potatoes, so they actually got a bit of a nutty flavour to them. So they're actually pretty tasty. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please share and subscribe to our channel so we can spread the love of syntropics, regenerative farming and self-reliance along the way.